Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com and SportsChatPlace.com. It is Sunday, September the 6th, 2020, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Today we got a pretty solid schedule as we head into, a week from today, we'll be talking NFL football opening Sunday. How cool is that? Of course, Thursday night, the NFL opens. We got college football on Thursday, college football tomorrow night. And Jeff Jeter has finally figured out his camera behind the scenes. Miracles never cease. Anyways, we've got of course, the Brian Bittler, the Puck Dogs are with me. Jeter's here. And that means there's NASCAR. We got Truck Series and Cup Series. We've got NBA playoffs, 2 games. We've got NHL playoffs, 1 game. And we've got 15 Major League Baseball games today. So pretty solid schedule. But, hey, next Sunday, I don't know how we're going to squeeze it in with all the NFL action. Plus Saturday, we got college football. It's like this is kind of like how we were a couple days before the COVID, which was the Rod Freakout Day. Like, we're that close to NFL season and college football full swing now, which is really, really cool. But like everything else is winding down. It's just it's a little different, right, this year. But, hey, I'm grateful for everything that we have. Speaking of grateful for what we have, I got everybody backwards here. And I'll have to fix our screen. I got, let's see, me. I'm here, of course. And then we got Brian. He's got a kind of a new setup there. And we've got Rod and Chris. There we go. All right, Brian Bittler, way better look over there. Boy, someone got it.
It's a work in progress. Every day, a little bit better.
Yeah, every day. It's your mic. I think we got some adjustments to make here. Mic, computer, some things like that too. But we'll get it. And lighting backwards, we figured out. But we'll get that going on. Anyways, Chris, how you doing today? I know you had a winning day yesterday. Well, we don't know how he's doing. Rod, what's up with you? How are you today?
I'm doing good today.
All right, Chris, how about you?
I'm doing well. I'm looking to build on yesterday. I was so excited I forgot to turn my mic back on. So
yeah, it looks like
I'm doing well.
Looks like you got your floodlight on the comforter. I'll take the under on the fire that starts at the Ruffalo home there. That's going to be pretty interesting. That is Jeter in the background there without the mute, but that's okay.
It's a shit show already, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's really not a good start to the show. Not the start we were looking for as we head into NFL week. But anyways, hey, it is kind of like the dress rehearsal, right? You know, that's what they call it. NFL, there was no preseason this year, so we didn't get preseason either. Of course, be sure to smash the like button. Brian, what do you got going on in the premium area today?
I talk about backwards. Yesterday was backwards for me. Really nailed the NBA. According to today, I got my MLB dog investment and my MLB money shot, both $29.95. Pick it up, guys.
And how about you? How about you, Chris?
The irony of the fire that's about to start in the room. I got my sizzling Sunday package on the website. Got 7 MLB in there as well as a couple NBA and my play for the NHL today.
Yeah, I could take you out for a second if you want, or you can turn your camera off for a second and fix that if you want. If not, we could just I'll keep an eye on it for you, see if any flame. I don't think it says in the manual safe for down comforters. I'm pretty sure. It's a floodlight. I bought this stuff, so I know exactly what it is. It's a floodlight made in China. It's basically what he's got there sitting in the middle of his bed. I would say in the manual that they would say, caution, do not do that. I'm just gonna say,
do not take it to bed with you.
Yeah, do not leave in bed. It's kind of like do not smoke in bed. Do not put floodlights on your comforter. Do not. I mean, it doesn't get like as hot as a light bulb, but it does get pretty warm. Oh man. That's what happens when you get booted out of the house and have to stay in the Motel 6. Rod, what do you got going on today?
I got my Super Sunday package. It's got 3 MLB, 1 hockey, and a NASCAR selection in there.
And then I've got my Sunday NBA birdcage.
Those NASCAR sections seem to be real popular with people. I think we've sold 0. So I think, I mean, maybe we'll start getting some interest in the NASCAR area, but just not something that I think people that have those NASCAR fans. I'm not, I don't know. Maybe we'll take a heater by Jeter to get that going, but we'll find out. Anyways, man, I got 7 picks for today. I got 5 MLB and 2 NBA yesterday, man. I hated that MLB card, and there was a few games that I wish I was on, and then there was a few games that I'm glad that I stayed away from that I knew it would have lost. So pretty good there. But anyways, got NBA going on. And let's get right into it. We got the first game. The Heat look to close out the Bucks. The status of the Freak, it's up in the air. I'm going to guess he's going to try and go. It doesn't matter. He's been absolutely mugged in the paint. He has not been able to do much against this Heat team. This, in all big picture here, Jeter, you got to mute yourself back there. But anyways, you got to, you look at the big picture here, and the Heat have now won 7 playoff games in a row. They are on a tear. Anyways, Brian, what do you think here? You think the Bucks? 53% of the public still think the Bucks have something here in the tank, and that they don't go down easy. What do you think?
I think I love the Bucks tonight. I'm hoping Giannis doesn't play. I think it'll motivate the Bucks even more. This is a proud team, talented up and down the roster. This is a premium pick for me. I'm giving it to the guys for free. I don't care. Take the Bucks tonight. They're going to win it outright.
Okay. Chris, what do you think?
I'm on the Heat here. They have been a proud team, but that hasn't stopped the Heat from going up 3-0 in this series. I don't see any way the Bucks are stopping them here. I'll take the Heat, lay the bucket for the sweep.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. And this is my premium pick in the NBA. I'm taking the Heat money line. Heat win this. Bye-bye, Bucks.
Yeah, if this was a fight, they would have stopped it. The Bucks have had no answers here.
No Giannis, no chance. Even at 70%, he looked horrible.
Even if they had, they've had him. They've had him for 3 games. They've had no chance in any of those games. They've been thoroughly outcoached and outplayed from start to finish. Giannis, it doesn't matter. You could have 3 of him. They still wouldn't win because whatever he's doing doesn't work against this defense. It does not work. Jimmy Butler is making him look silly. Jimmy Butler, I think, is one of those guys that plays with a chip on his shoulder. Like, I never get the recognition that I deserve. I never get any of this. I'm never in that discussion with LeBron and now Giannis and, Kawhi, Curry. I'm never in that discussion. Why not? And Butler is showing right now, hey, maybe he's this year's Kawhi, Just saying. Anyways, we got another game, too. We got the Lakers against the Rockets. 48% on the Rockets, 52% on the Lakers. This thing is hung tight at 5.5. Brian, the Rockets just seems like a majorly square play here after last game. I mean, you talk about square plays, and I think, the public, it's got to be all over the Rockets here. I mean, got to be.
I mean, generally speaking, after performance like the Rockets, the public will be smashing the Rockets in game 2. In this game, I'm looking to go under the total. I think we see a defensive effort, both sides of the ball. They're going to contest every time those guys get the basketball. Lakers are really good in defense. Take the under.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to take the over here. I think the offense has come alive in this one, and I think this one easily books over the number.
How about you, Rod? Your guys' sound is just, I don't know what's going on. It sounds like Hitler's in a car wash. Chris, it's like you're coming in and out. Rod?
For me, I like the over in this game. I think we see a high pace back and forth. Get some scoring.
Yep.
Give me the over.
All right, I'm gonna bring in Jeter. You guys can mute yourselves and try and figure it out. And, we'll trade some paint with Jeter and see what we got with NASCAR. That's Brian. I got it backwards here too. Let's see. There we go. Hi, Jeff. How are you? Now you're muted. This is really one of our worst shows we've ever had. You there? Oh, Chris muted you. Chris, could you unmute Jeter? How about now, Jeff?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine. Ready for a busy day down at Darlington here in NASCAR.
So we got the truckers at it first, those badass mother truckers. What's going on in the truck series today?
Yeah, this will be the first trip to Darlington for the truck series in 9 years. So majority of the field, the majority of the guys in it today have never even seen the place. So, but there are a few veterans that have laps here, and not only trucks but also in the Cup Series. And so, I'm definitely kind of leaning a little more of experience in the Truck Series race this afternoon over some of the guys who've been on top here recently that don't have laps here.
All right, got. Who do you like in the trucks? Like, so how long is this race? And
it's just like the Xfinity race yesterday. It's 147 laps, 200-mile race today. So it's a shorter race, and so there's really not a lot of room for mistakes. So from the get-go, we'll be getting on with it.
So who do you like in the truck race?
Yeah, I mean, going to it, some of the favorites, such like Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed, guys like this, but they're sitting here as the favorites, as some of the lower prices, and they've never turned laps here. In today's race, we've got Greg Biffle, former Cup Series driver. He'll be racing this in a GMS truck this afternoon. It's one of the better teams in the Truck Series. He'll roll off 20th. I see a good showing for Greg Biffle today. He's got plenty of truck experience, back years ago. And so anyway, also think if you do want to take a little bit more of a longer shot, speaking of experience, I do like Matt Crafton at plus 1,600. It's worth that. Maybe a shot on the top three. I didn't get that top three price, but I think Matt Crafton is in for a good showing today. And other than that, have one matchup like Christian Eckes over Sheldon Creed. Eckes is at plus 105, and Creed was at minus 135. I like Eckes at that plus price. Eckes finished ahead of Sheldon Creed at Atlanta, Homestead, and Dover this year, and those are three tracks that are somewhat similar to Darlington, but at Sheldon Creed, he's kind of struggled here on some of these steeper banked ovals this year. So, and I could just see that happening again today. But that's really about all I had, for the Truck Series.
All right. What about in the Cup Series? What do we have going on today? 500 miles?
Yep, Southern 500. It's 367 laps. It's 500 miles at Darlington. It's basically a marathon. It's a long race. They get stretched out. It goes green for quite a while. And of course, like we were talking about yesterday, Darlington is a track that just eats tires up. I mean, these guys are going to have 12 sets of Goodyear Racing Eagles today for the entire race. So it's a lot of tires. But going to it, I mean, no doubt Kevin Harvick's coming in as the favorite, plus 300. He's definitely one of my favorites for the day. This is going to be one of his better opportunities to win over the next three races in this round of the playoffs. And in my opinion, this is his best track out of the three between Richmond and Bristol. Obviously, Denny Hamlin right behind him at plus 310. He's basically a co-favorite. I think Denny's got another one's got a good chance, but I think Denny's going to be. He's got a really good chance. He won the night race at Bristol last year, and Richmond's his home track, so I don't necessarily see Hamlin winning, but he could, And other than that, a little more of a longer shot. If you want to take a shot on Eric Jones plus 2,400, don't hate it. Maybe a little sprinkle. He did miss the playoffs, and he's not going to be in this 20 ride for Joe Gibbs Racing next year, and so he's got nothing to lose but to go out there and prove that he can still drive a race car. Darlington's one of his best tracks, and so I see him running pretty good today.
So when a rider leaves a team or gets dropped from a team or something like that, do they stop putting money into their car the season before, since they don't want to promote them any longer?
No. I mean, these guys go out to win every single week, but contracts break down and dissolve and get into the later years and things of that nature. And, if you're not out there winning and Eric missing the playoffs this year, but he was already pretty much out of the ride, even as he was trying to get into the playoffs on that bubble range right there at that 16th position in points. But he's just said it's just been a rough year for him, So, but I don't. I don't think there's a drop in funding on it. The sponsors wouldn't want that.
All right. Well, there you have it. Jeff, thanks for joining us again. Of course, you can get Jeff's picks over at pickdogs.com on his free race analysis. And, of course, he's got premium picks on all of today's NASCAR's action. If you're one of those people that bet NASCAR racing, I'm not one of those. But I know they're out there. Well, we've got to find them. Anyways, thanks, Jeff, again for joining us. We'll bring the guys back in. We'll hit the Major League Baseball schedule. Guys, how you doing?
Rock and rolling.
All right, let's see if everyone's sound is good now. It's
Hoping I fixed it.
Yes.
Woo woo.
Yes. Let's get back to business, man. It's like, we only do this show every single day. It's like one day we're gonna get it right. Ruffalo his house isn't on fire over there.
I come up a half an hour before the show and I still F it up. So.
Yeah, Brian, it's like we gotta get his fan fixed or something there.
I want my computer farther away from me. The problem is, that I want it farther away from my.
Oh, as far away from the mic as possible.
Right here's the mic, and over here's the.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yep. Well, working on it. It's NFL week. It's time for the what do you call it?
Preseason jitters to get out of there.
Opening night. Anyways, we got the Yankees and the Orioles. We were all over the birds yesterday, man. Garrett Cole. Oh, man. Now I can start woofing some major crap, right? Because I said it before the season, and I'm going to say it. I told you he's a bum. Biggest waste of money. Too bad Monahan's not here. Aaron Boone, just the worst manager. Should have been fired on the field yesterday. Just looks like an idiot out there, Comes out with his, like... It's like I felt like injecting him. What a terrible manager he is. Oh, we're missing Judge and we're missing, Stanton. No. You got everybody else. You're the Yankees. It's like this is like, when teams like that are totally stacked, we're missing. Everybody's missing. That's part of sports. Everybody's missing. You're the Yankees. You just spent $35 million on a 4-3 pitcher that can't find the plate, and you don't know how to get this guy in order, then you got to go. You got to go. If you're wasting our $35 million a year, the fans pay for that ticket. The fans are paying. We're paying. I'm not paying for that. Get him out of there. You can't fix that or hire a pitching coach that can fix that with this guy for $35 million, then you have to go. I'm starting to fire Boone now, right now. Today. It all ends in Baltimore. There's been some crappy firings in Baltimore over the years. I think one happens today. Brian, what do you got here in the Yankees versus Orioles? How ridiculous is this? Masahiro Tanaka is minus 225. You gotta be kidding me. You're kidding.
It's
right?
like they're printing money for us here.
I mean, who do they think they are? You know? I mean, just here. We're gonna put out the hat. Just drop your money right here instead. You know? You want to put minus 225? Even if he wins, it's a horrible bet, right? I mean, just drop the money right in the old sports chat hat. I use this for the dog of the day, right? Just drop it right in. We don't use it in the morning. We only do it at night when we're doing the dog of the day videos. So drop the money right there. Chris, what do you think? Don't even tell me you're on Tanaka run line. Yeah, don't even tell me you're on Tanaka run line. Don't even tell me. I mean,
no.
I find it
Baltimore
insulting.
Baltimore.
I find it insulting. Baltimore. And the over. I'll throw in the over for you. Rod. Drive by.
Yeah. Tanaka stinks versus the Orioles in his career. Give me the Orioles here.
I'll tell you who stinks is the Yankees against the Orioles yesterday. That was a major stench. Garrett Cole on the mound. You can't beat him with Garrett Cole. You sure as hell ain't going to beat him with Masahiro Tanaka. You got Patrick Corbin against Josh Tomlin. The Braves is that massive favorite yesterday. See, Spread Knowledge, like while they haven't been as hot on my Spread Knowledge computer shows, they had the Nationals at plus 220. We were all on the Nationals. I think we gave out the Nationals too. Brian, what do you think here? Corbin against the home run king, Josh Tomlin. Ironically, pitches for the Braves where Hank Aaron broke the home run record, many years ago. Too bad he didn't get a chance to face Tomlin because he would have probably ended up with like 900 if he got to face Tomlin. What do you think?
I think we see some runs scored, and I think it creeps over the total here.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. You with Atlanta having to lay minus 130 with Josh Tomlin. Give me the Nationals here.
Yeah, there's no drive-through on there's no drive-through on Saturday and Sunday. It's only on Monday through Friday, as I say in every single video, every single day. Rod.
I like the over here. I think we're going to see a whole pile of runs in this game.
Okay. Got the Metropolitans up against the Phillies. Aaron Nola. The Mets took out the whooping stick on the Phillies yesterday. Put an end to that little run that the Phillies had, but they're still 8-2 in their last 10. The Mets 4-6. We don't see minus 150 on DeGrom too often. Spread Knowledge likes the Mets, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go Mets too. I'm gonna go Mets run line. How about you, Brian?
I had the Mets yesterday. Today I'm going to lean towards the under, even though it's a pretty square play with two solid pitchers on the mound. I think Nola and DeGrom go deep in this one.
How about you, Chris?
I think if you're going to give me two ace pitchers, I'm going to try to go where the value is. I'm going to take the Phillies plus money here.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Chris. I'm going to take the Phillies here.
Mets run line for me, man, all day. Easy money. Rays against the Marlins. Tyler Glasnow against Trevor Rogers. I don't know. Looks like more easy Marlin money to me, big dog money. What do you think, Brian? Glasnow had that win over Cole, so now he's like, elevated to that, Blake Snell status, but we saw what happened to Snell yesterday. Another ugly day.
$25 lead here in the dog. I like the Marlins.
Yeah, we're throwing it. It's definitely a key in all your parlays today. Chris? That's a joke.
Give me the over 7.5.
It's like, I really like the way Glasnow's pitching. Rod?
Yeah, give me the over. I think we're definitely going to hit that over.
We got, Glasnow is just really finding himself. Got Shane Bieber, baby, up against the Brew Crew. Brett Anderson, man, the Brewers and the Indians. These games, I don't know how many of you guys actually watch all the games, but I do. And this was a hell of a game yesterday. The Indians struck out. The Brewers had the bases loaded in the ninth inning, and The Indians came through with the strikeout. Now it was pretty much the ball game. They ended up scoring 1 in the bottom of the 9th. I had the under 7.5, a smooth 7. Plenty of room. It was like one of those ones where it's like, please don't go to extra innings and let them, score a run, and then, the other team scores, or like the walk-off 2-run homer, It was like all those things that usually bite us in the ass. It was beautiful. It was like the leadoff double, get the guy to third, manufacture the run, and walk off with the win. It's like beautiful. Textbook under. Just like you draw it up on the telestrator. Brian, what do you think happens today with Bieber and Anderson? So what they did is they lowered the total down a half a run to 7. And that's for a 9-inning game.
Brewers cost me a 4-in-1 day yesterday, but in this game I'm going to go to the over. It just seems like an easy under, and I'm not going with this one. I'm going to go over the total. I think we see some runs scored.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think it is an easy under. That's why I'm going to go that way. I'm going to take the under 7. I think it's a 3-1, 4-2 game, but I think it stays under the 7.
For me in this one, I think it's a 1-run game. Give me the Brewers plus 1.5. And I like the under 7. I see this as a 3-2, 2-1, 1-run game.
It says Butler would destroy Mitch. I think they mean Bittler would destroy Mitch in MLB picks. I think
maybe Jimmy Butler.
I think this season he's got me for sure. I haven't had a good MLB season, but NBA I busted him up, so it's all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to come back. I'm running out of time here. I'd have to go undefeated, and Mitch would have to lose every game, but maybe it'll be close.
Yeah, but I think for it happens. This season, above all seasons in Major League Baseball, there's been some major chalky runs, and if there's major chalky runs, I'm not going to have a good run, It's like NFL opening day where like all the favorites win. You ever see like that NFL day where like all the favorites cover? It's like I took a beat.
It seems like we're always opposite though lately. I don't get it with the NBA. Just how it's going lately.
Yeah. Yesterday you had the day. That was my first 0-2 day in NBA playoffs. Happens. I really thought that Celtics in that game, they just could not hit the broadside of a barn, They just could not hit anything. I can't believe they let the Raptors back in this series. It's like they're so much the better team. It's like it's not even close. It's like
heart. You can't deny the heart.
It's not hard. It's Brick City.
It's heart.
It's heart. It's definitely
That's
hard.
all heart for the Raptors.
Oh my God, Kyle Lowry is all heart. The guy who he's the one normally taking those brick shots in the last 3 minutes of a game, totally ignoring his teammates.
The Raptors don't start to play until their backs are against the wall. Down 2-0, they love to come back down 2-0. They did last year. They came back and beat the Bucks down 2-0. The Raptors don't start playing until their backs are against the wall.
I'm salivating to get the Raptors in the next game. Honestly.
Oh yeah, let's go. Bye. Boston's done. Boston's worried.
I don't think they're worried one bit with Brad Stevens as their head coach. I certainly know they're not worried. This is a guy that does not worry. This is a guy that took Butler to. This is a guy, right? Brad Stevens. All right, we're off the subject here a little bit of our baseball, but let's talk about reality for a second, okay? Here's a guy that took Butler to back-to-back national championship games in college basketball, okay? Butler. This is a guy that took Butler, okay? Butler. Not like Butler that's been good for 10 years. Like Butler, okay? Took them to the national championship game 2 years in a row. He came within a hair on this Gordon Hayward shot going in against Duke of pulling off probably the biggest upset in finals history with nothing. He had nothing against Duke, who was loaded with number 1 overall draft choices in the NBA. Hall of Famers. It's like, this guy is one of the greatest coaches in the history of the sport up against the Raptors. Anyways, we got Brett Anderson and Bieber here. We could talk about this all day, but it's like everyone knows I'm right, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, you're going to deny the greatness of Brad Stevens versus the Raptors. I mean,
Raptors are the champs. You can't deny that.
I think both head coaches are pretty strong. I mean,
this Raptors team isn't the champs. This Raptors team is one key player.
This Raptors team is going to the finals.
Oh my.
Yeah, I agree with Rod. I think they're in the finals.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be the Heat versus the Raptors in the East final for sure.
Yeah, the NBA. There's no way in a shortened season and like all this other stuff and all this weird, like with the NBA coming back in December, there's no way the NBA doesn't want Celtics Lakers. They would never want that.
That's true.
Oh, it's more than true. Trust me on that one, man. How many times have the Celtics played the Lakers in the NBA Finals? A lot. And what do they want? Celtics Lakers. So what are they going to get? Celtics, Lakers, NBA.
Raptors,
very easy.
Clippers.
That ain't gonna happen.
Raptors and Clippers. That's who I see.
Yeah, Raptors. The Raptors and Clippers.
Raptors,
Yeah,
Clippers.
yeah.
Huge
What you want is like Toronto in the NBA Finals again. You know, like a team that nobody cares about. You know, in the finals.
Except the whole country.
What?
The whole country, 31 million people.
All of Canada will go ape shit bananas.
Yeah,
again.
but the U.S. market doesn't make any money off of that. See, so there's all they care about is the Boston TV market, the Los Angeles TV market. It is East Coast. It is West Coast. It is a massive, massive thing. I'm telling
we'll
you.
have the West Coast. We'll have the Clippers.
Celtics,
Same city.
Celtics,
Just the wrong
Lakers.
team.
It's a layup. Celtics, Lakers. Anyways,
Lakers got to get by Houston first, much less get anywhere else.
that's the squarest play on the board today. We've got.
Last time I looked, I'm round, so I guess I'm in trouble.
I'll do a side bet with you guys all on that Lakers.
I feel like
Rockets
we're
game.
opposed on another game too today.
Yeah. Believe me, it's going to be you're going to see some hideous officiating. I mean, no one gets the crap calls like Westbrook. Okay, nobody gets crap calls against them like Westbrook and Harden, and you got them both on the same team. Oh yeah, against LeBron, the guy that they want, the Mr. He's the golden child. Trust me, Anthony Davis, LeBron, Showtime, LA. Yeah, the NBA would never want to do anything to try and get them to the finals. Anyways, you got. Speaking of finals, we got, where were we? Bieber against Anderson. Rod, Raptors.
In this one here, I'm going to take the Brewers plus 1.5. Like I said, I see this as a one-run game. I'm with Chris on the under too. I think this goes under. I really see a 3-2 game coming.
All right. Got Robbie Ray in for the Blues against Andrew Triggs. Oh man, they got to put a 1:35 Eastern time start on this game because they're going to be there all afternoon. It's going to be a long day at Fenway Park. Brian, what do you think? Robbie Ray, what's the over-under on walks?
Not sure about that, but I think the Robbie Ray's been getting a little bit better with every start. Not that he's an all-star by any means. And this line's a little high for me, but light lean to the Toronto.
Yeah, I'm on Toronto in the over here. I think it's a high-scoring game, but Toronto ekes one out.
Yeah, we're not a fantasy site. Got someone here asking. We have fantasy coverage. Brett is the best fantasy guy out there. I'll put him up against. I say this all the time. I'll put him up against any fantasy player in any sport out there. I'll bank him. You guys, any of those big fantasy sites that are all these fantasy idiots, right? I call them fantasy idiots. The guys, it's like they're sitting there like, oh my God, this guy stubbed his toe. Oh, but I'm playing against him with my defense in my other league, and this guy's in the other league. It's like, how many leagues is this guy in? And it's like, can't you just put a couple dimes on the Eagles, and walk and move on. It's like, it's like this whole season and this whole, it's so annoying, man. But Brett is phenomenal out. He just came in third place in the DraftKings golf competition. He won like $24,000 last week. He gave out the picks for that in our site, on our website, and he won $24,000 on DraftKings with those picks. So, whatever. It's like, it doesn't get any better than that. He hit $24,000 on DraftKings, and I think another $6,000 on FanDuel on the same picks that he gave out for free. I put him up against anybody. Ruffalo, I guess Ruffalo plays fantasy, and he ends up in these competitions, and he's
right next to
Brett, in the standings, and they're always, against they're playing against guys that are computers basically, and they're still kicking their butts. It's and we're not even a fantasy site. We're just a bunch of gamblers. Anyways, Robbie Ray and Triggs, Chris, I haven't heard your dinner plate comment yet, so I know I didn't get to you.
No, I think he's going to actually find the plate here, so I'll take a Toronto, and I'll take the over as well.
Rod, Raptors, Red Sox.
Raptors. I'll take Robbie Ray. I think maybe a change of scenery will help him out a little. Maybe. give me the Jays here.
Here's here's the comment of the day. You're wrong. Here's where I always tell people you got to be super specific, because it's who knows what you're. I don't understand what you're talking about. This is my favorite. I love that one. I'm just gonna leave it up the whole show.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. I like the over in Fenway, 11 runs. Chad Kuhl against TJ Antone in Pittsburgh. The Reds kind of showed something going. I gave out the Reds actually as my best of the live show pick yesterday in our 5-pack, and it hit. Brian, who do you like today in the Reds-Pirates game? 61% of the public on the Reds.
I think the value here is all the Pirates. I don't know how you can't go with a nice $50 Pirates money line player.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Pirates as well.
Give me the over. I think we're going to see some runs there today.
Brad Stevens is overrated. He got Butler to the finals twice. not North Carolina, but Tom Izzo, right, who's got Michigan State. All right, they treat him like a god. Roy Williams, who had Kansas, and then North Carolina, right, gets to the finals here and there. They treat him like a god. Coach K has got Duke. Gets to the finals all the time. They treat him like a god. This guy took Butler to the finals twice. You tell me. It's I always respect the guys that did it with less. It's kind of like, why do I think Howard Schnellenberger was the greatest Hurricanes coach? Because he's the one that got us there from 1-10 to the national championship. He's the guy that built that and made that happen. Why does Frank Beamer why do I think he's one of the great coaches? He made it to the national championship game with Virginia Tech. Not Oklahoma, not Texas, not USC, not Alabama. He made it there with Virginia Tech. These are not
Beamer ball.
Yeah, but Butler, you're not going to get Grant Hill and Zion Williamson and, Michael Jordan at Butler. You're not going to get those guys. And if you can coach that team, that means that you know how to coach a team. And just like Spoelstra in Miami, same thing. It's he had LeBron, he had Bosh and Wade, right? But how many other coaches have those type of talents and can't put it together? I mean, look at Aaron Boone. Anyways, I love getting those side Boone jabs in anywhere I can. Boy, does he stink. He's why is this guy a manager? Because his father was a catcher? I don't even get it. It's he's a mediocre ball player that played for several teams. I don't know. Is Aaron Boone available? It's oh, man. Chris, did you give a pick here on the Pirates and Reds?
Yeah, I like the Pirates.
How about you, Rod?
I like the over. I think we're going to see a bunch of runs here today.
Okay, we've got the Royals against the White Sox. Dallas Keuchel is minus 240 against Matt Harvey. Brian, it's like, man, I don't like people on my bandwagon, but, it's just the way it is.
Well, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm going to take the White Sox minus 2.5 here. I hate Matt Harvey.
Chris?
Yeah, Brian jumped on mine. I like the White Sox minus 2.5 as well. You think you push it up to 3.5?
Yeah, I agree. I think the White Sox minus 2.5. I think they easily win by 3. We'd see them win by a touchdown. Jeez. Take the over, too. I think we're definitely going to see a whole pile of runs.
10-2 White Sox here.
Okay. Got Twins Rich Hill against Casey Mize, who's slowly becoming one of my favorite pitchers to watch. Not because he's reached that potential that they think that he has. That it's just always he's one of these guys that makes the game a lot more exciting than it needs to be. Every at bat is kind of an event when Casey Mize is on the hill. If you have a chance, if you guys have the MLB at bat app, and I'm not this is a non-paid endorsement, whatever. These are just things that I have, So the MLB at-bat app, if you can listen to the Tigers broadcast of today's game, it's like they just love Casey Mize and like how every pitch is basically an event when this guy pitches, because it's just like he's all over the place. He's like, I don't know Chris, how old is Casey Mize? Is he like 19 years old or something? He's like one of these like young kids, like a really high ceiling. So he's kind of like Luke LaRouche in Bull Durham, right? Kind of like that.
I think he's 21, but
yeah,
don't quote me on that.
He's kind of like Luke LaRouche in Bull Durham, where it's like
23.
he has the stuff, but it's
23.
like when he makes a bad pitch, it's just like, oh my God. But it's like he's always in trouble, but it's a matter of if he gets out of it or not. Really, really fun guy to watch. And it's Rich Hill. We know what he does. 3 to 5 innings tops. Brian?
Tigers, Pirates, Orioles all getting $50 bets for me today. I like the Tigers value.
Chris?
Yeah, I like the Tigers as well. Give me the Tigers and Mize here.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'll take Detroit and Mize and his little bit of command issues. Maybe he'll maybe get a little bit control of those today.
In the strangest looking line on the board, the Giants minus 135 against the Arizona Diamondbacks, just plus 115 with Cueto on the mound, who's been dominating this season. The Diamondbacks have been god-awful. The Giants contending for a playoff spot at San Francisco. Alex Young on the mound for the Diamondbacks, who I know when he first came up, I was super critical because of that Pacific Coast League ERA, right, that he had, and then he looked really good. But this year he's been, straight garbage. But here he is at just plus 115. You would think that this would be one of those minus 175 type games, or maybe the public really hates the Giants that much. But 72% of the public here on the Giants, $10 in inverse line movement going the other direction. Ooh, something looks amiss here. I don't know. Brian?
I'm going to take a chance here with Arizona for about a $50 bet. Also, I like the under here.
Yeah, I'm on the under here as well. The line does look funny, but I'll stick with the under.
Rod?
I like the under as well. That line looks funky. Maybe we're in for a pitcher's duel. Maybe Young has a half-decent start today.
Rod and Chris are both Canadian. That's why they came on originally as the Puck Dogs. Can you send me the information for NFL fantasy? There's no information. There's Brett. It's on our website, pickdogs.com and sportschatplace.com. We have a tab. It says fantasy, right? Because I don't even touch I don't even look at the fantasies. I don't even like to click on the tab, Brett tells me that the fantasy articles are up or whatever, that he's been doing fantasy, whatever. I say that's good. I don't even like to touch it. I will not watch sports with fantasy players. I will not do it.
I got my fantasy draft today.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun with it. Wow, I won. Here's the trophy I won from winning a fantasy league. It's like, how old?
Something else to do.
I mean, you're gonna be like 70 years old holding up the strap. You know, it's
That's
like,
right.
you want to get the tattoo, you know, with all the slashes every time you win it. It's like.
If I did that, my whole arm would be full of slash.
Let me find the dumbest friends I can find, and I can so I can abuse them in fantasy football for 17 weeks. Now, here's a true story. Okay, this is why I don't play fantasy anymore. So I used to play fantasy. Like back in the day, before there was even like computers were like mainstream. Right? So I drafted Barry Sanders his rookie year, Emmitt Smith, right? These are all guys that I drafted like rookie year. That's how long I played fantasy. Morton Anderson was my kicker. You know, I had all that stuff going on. So about 10 years, maybe more than 10 years ago. So I was in a fantasy league. It was $10,000 a person, 12-person league, right? $10,000 a person, $120,000, winner take all. And I had a team, and I drafted Randy Moss the year he got traded to the Patriots. I got him in like the 10th round. And I got because remember he had the bad year, so like nobody drafted him. So I took Randy Moss. I had Brett Favre was my quarterback. I got him. He was like a leftover. He had a monster year that year. I mean, I didn't lose a regular season game all season long. We got to the championship game. I made a side deal with the person I was in the thing with. We said, we'll do 90-30. Okay, 90,000 to the winner, 30,000 to the loser of the game, which, I mean, we're still talking big fantasy money here, right? And all my guys sit. He picks up Lawrence Maroney for the Patriots, and who goes off for like 225 yards, and I lose. And I'm like, you know what? I'm never playing again.
You must have liked it enough, though, if you had a $10,000 league. That's a big time.
Well, it's like I'm not going to sit there and have $50, you know, all season long. It's like that's the whole thing about fantasy. There's nothing fun about that for me. It's like when I go to the craps table, it's like I'm known, and even Craig, who I don't speak with anymore, right? He'll tell you this, you know. It's like I make big bets. That's what I do. Right, I make big bets, and it's like I don't sit there for the entertainment value. You know, I make big bets. I don't like the event of the game. Like at the craps table, I'd way rather have a 45-minute run 'em over session or drop my money and be done with it than sit there for 5 or 6 hours getting smoke blown in my face and elbowed in the ribs. All you know. And I have fun, you know, when everyone's screaming and we're winning and we're doing all that stuff. But it's just I don't enjoy the process. I don't see the entertainment value. For me, it's strictly about winning and losing. And people that like have played with me like at the blackjack table or you know whatever, and even like at the roulette table, I like roulette, and it's like I usually only play it one spin, and I'll just play 2 numbers, and that's it. 6 and 11. I play the 2 numbers, and that's it. And I just walk away. Put 100 on each. And if I hit, I hit. If I don't hit, I walk. And it's like people say when I hit and walk, you know what they always say? Same thing. Cold-blooded. And that's exactly
For
how I
real?
treat it.
Is that the 2 numbers you play, 6 and 11?
Yeah, that is my 2 numbers.
That's the only numbers I play in roulette.
Yeah.
6 and 11.
It's the only numbers I play.
I was born November 6th, so it's like November is the 11th, and 6 is my birthday. So 6 and 11 are my 2 numbers. That's the only numbers I play. I watch and look at the board and go, hey, they haven't been drawn in a while. Nice. 6 and 11.
Yeah, it's my anniversary with my wife. 6/11, June 11th. That's nice. What we play it. There was one time when I played it. Well, I played it a few times where, you know, I've actually played it more than doing that. And, you know, but most of the time that's what I do. And I hit it 6 and 11, like 5 out of 6 spins. I had hit I had a day. It was the day after Thanksgiving when I lived in Chicago. I hit the fire bet at the craps table for a nickel. So it was like, I had $5 on the fire and I hit the whole thing. It paid $5,000. I was waiting for my wife who was playing slots. I went over to the roulette table, Played 6 and 11. It came in 11, 11, 11, 6, 11, something else, 11, 6. It was like one of those days, you know, where you just walk out and it's just like, oh man, you're always looking over your shoulder. Right? It's like you're afraid, you know.
Is somebody following me?
Yeah. Anyways, man, let's get back to the picks. I know everyone hates the sidetrack stuff, but we got Berea up against Framber Valdez. Chris, not Berea. Don't lock me in the Oreo factory. Brian actually he pitched really well after we did that whole Berea bit. He only allowed 2 runs in that game, but it wasn't, you know, the 2 runs were enough to lose. He lost 2-1, which really is not that bad, but, you know, not Berea. Actually, the Angels 7-3 in their last 10. They've been playing really well. Brian?
That's right. Go Angels. I think you're going to see a low-scoring game here. I think it goes under the total. I think both pitchers go pretty deep fairly.
Not Berea. Chris?
Give me the under here. I'll take the under.
You don't want to take Maria? Come on.
Where did my sounds go
Give
here?
me the under.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take your Maria just to take Maria.
It's a magical world.
Okay. Not Berea.
Not Maria.
No. Oh, no. Oh, man. Got the Padres and the A's. Mike Fiers, the whistleblower. I always say that now when I say Mike Fiers. It's like an automatic, right? The whistleblower up against Garrett Richards, who used to pitch in this division. He used to pitch for the Angels. Brian, you got any of your Angels magic dust for the Padres here?
2 crappy pitchers in a pitcher's ballpark. I'm still going to go over the number here. I think both teams put up some runs.
How about you, Chris?
I'll take a shot with the Padres here. I like Richards just a little bit more than Fiers, so give me the Padres.
How about you, Rod?
Give me the under 10 and a half here. I think we go under that number today.
Another one. Yeah, White Sox. It's like these are all the people that were Cub fans, you know, before. All right, trying to catch up on some comments here. And we've got Seattle against Texas. My guy, Justin Dunn, just in time here. Only minus 130 against Jordan Lyles. Looks a little odd as well. What do you think, Brian?
I think we see this total go over. I like Dunn, but he's susceptible to give up runs every once in a while. So look for it to go slightly over the total here. Just to lean tiny.
How confident are you in Orioles? Well, it's not a premium pick, so not that confident. Chris?
I'll take the Mariners here. I like Justin Dunn. I'm on the Dunn bandwagon, so give me Seattle.
I agree. Give me Seattle here. Texas has not looked good lately.
John Lester against Dakota Hudson. Kim gone for the season. Could be. I mean, this could be a career ender for this guy. Kidney issues. That's
Kidney issues, yeah.
Yeah, that is never good, man. We joke around a lot, and but we do wish him the best. That is some serious business. Brian, what do you think here? Dakota Hudson against John Lester. Lester to me is regressing.
Yeah, this line kind of tells you everything. I got it listed like around minus 110. That seems kind of light for the Cubs with Lester at home, but I'm going to go with Dakota Hudson here.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think I read the wind's blowing out, but I'm still going to take the under 12.5. I think this is still a lower scoring game. I don't see it hitting double digits, so give me the under.
Did you have Kim on your fantasy team?
did actually. I think now that I think about it.
How about you, Rod?
I agree with Chris. Give me the under here. 13 seems like a monster number to be trying to get over. Give me under.
I don't know what it is about that fantasy thing. It's just like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna. It's just something says mom's basement about it to me. I know it's like higher tech, and people go, oh no, it's like, I don't care. I don't care. I love. So behind the scenes, like way behind the scenes, I'll let you guys in on something that's going on behind the scenes. So everyone is out there. There's all these big companies, right? There's really big European money and these other U.S. money too. They're going around trying to buy up all these websites, right? And they're trying to buy sports betting websites and fantasy websites because the sports betting market, right? And the U.S. is opening up. So we've been approached a bunch of times, and every time that they offer me a deal, they want me to come with them as part of the deal, like to buy our websites, and then they want me to work for them. Like,
didn't you already do that once before?
Yeah, I mean, I can be perfectly honest here, and I have people that say, I hear people that say this all the time. I've never been fired from a job. Well, I've never had a job I wasn't fired from. It's like the probability of like me having a working relationship of working with one of these other companies is the probability of that working out over like a 3-year contract is 0, right? I mean, there's 0 chance that I'm going to say something that they're not going to like, or they're going to do something I don't like, and I'm going to call them out on it, and then I'm going to be the bad guy, right? We've been through this. I mean, how many times we have to see this play out before we have to do it? But one of the things that they always try and pitch to me is that we're getting fantasy sites. But I would say, and you guys can tell me differently, fantasy players and sports bettors are not the same people. They're not the same people. I think that there's some crossover. But Brian, you're in a 12-man fantasy league, or 10 or 12 in your fantasy football?
12 guys.
All right, so how many of those 12 guys are avid bettors, like gamblers?
Almost none.
Right, none. That is generally the case, because I've done fantasy promotions with you guys, and I mean, I'm talking 3 to 5 million people I promoted these to, and they're damn good promotions. And next to crickets. It's just not the same people. Not the same people. And that I believe that's exact. And they're like, oh, we're going to push our sports betting at these fantasy sites. It's like, those are not sports better. Those are people that put $100, $200, $500, or if you're like me, $10,000, and you go the whole season, I don't know, man. I thought the $10,000 league, that was like because I had given up on fantasy at that time, but then when I heard it was 10,000 the buy-in, I was like, this is gonna be fun, Plus they charge for the transactions on top of it, It was like that was. I mean, I lost that championship game. I still won, $20,000 net, but it was change. That was it's the way to go out. Anyways,
we should have a company fantasy football league.
I don't think so. Why don't we have I'll stick to my betting contests. How about Dakota Hudson and John Lester for you? Chris, did you give this one?
Yeah, we went over this one, I think.
All right. I like the Cardinals. And I hate the Cubs, in case anyone didn't know that. We got
nice week for the Cardinals yesterday.
We got the Dodgers up against the Rockies. I see minus 280, and it's like I just pick against the Dodgers every single time. You only have to win 1 out of 3, against
I
the
think
Dodgers.
we all hit on the Rockies and Orioles yesterday. That's plus money winner.
Betting against the Dodgers is the easiest money on the board. You only have to win 1 out of 3, to get plus money on these. I mean, betting on the Dodgers and the Dodgers run line is even tougher. Because, I mean, how many 1-run games have the Dodgers been in? Brian, go ahead with your pick. I'm going to take a look and see how many times they've won by 1 run this year.
I'm going to go with the Rockies plus 1.5 here. I think it's going to be a 1-run game either way. I'll take the 1.5. A little bit of plus money.
How about you, Chris?
I'm gonna push that a little bit further. I'm gonna go Rockies money line. I like Castellani on the road. He's much better away from Coors, and Urias gets hit hard. So give me the Rockies.
Rod?
I'll take the Rockies as well. And the Dodgers run line at home is 12-9.
I like the Rockies here. Anyways, we got one hockey matchup. Stars and the Golden Knights. Once again, that Dallas. So this is what happened. We're doing the Dallas video last night, and it's always the Stars. So I use this thing right here. Right, I have a switcher, and I've shown this on the show before. But right here, there's a button that says finish. If I hit this, it will knock the show off the air. But instead, and it also stops the recording when doing the videos. But right below it is this button, which has applause. So I have two applause buttons. I have this applause button. And then I think it's this one. But I hit this one instead of hitting the finish. But anyways, I don't know, man. It's like, and then I said, effing Stars. So at the end of the video, if you watch the video, you might hear a little bit of cheering at the end. And I don't know if I edited out the effing Stars part or not, but
that might have been my favorite bloopers since we started doing these videos.
All right, so if you count the 5 times the Dodgers have won by 1 run, and then throw in the other 10 losses, it's been a nightmare for bettors.
Oh yeah, you're definitely losing your money on a run line there
Definitely.
at home. 12-9, yeah, for sure. Because your run line's probably -140 on -150 on some of those. Yeah.
Chris, what do you think here with the Stars and Golden Knights?
I said the Stars in the video. I haven't wavered. I think Dallas was scoring for fun in that series against Colorado, and you saw how Vegas kind of struggled against Thatcher Demko. He was standing on his head, but I just think we're getting plus money with the team that's in way better form. I'll take the Stars here.
Yeah, we've seen Vegas keep Vancouver in that last game out of the offensive zone, but this Dallas team is going to pressure Vegas hard. Dallas's offense is nothing like the Canucks. I'm staying with Dallas. Give me Dallas here today.
How about you, Brian? You got any thing to say here?
Give me the over in this game. I think we see a bunch of goals.
All right. I'm just looking at the Major League Baseball statistics, trying to see if I could find the betting numbers here.
Yeah, I wonder how much money you've lost just betting Dodgers money line every game if you bet $100.
I'm just looking. I will find it. Anyways, we got parlays coming up for today. So, Chris, who do you like in your parlay for today?
I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Colorado Rockies all on the money line. 3 dogs.
And how about you, Rod?
For me, I am going to take where's my little sheet here? Hold on, give me a second. Go to Brian. Take his parlay first.
Brian, what's up here with yours?
Okay, I'm going to do a simple parlay. Just take the Milwaukee Bucks money line and the Baltimore Orioles money line. Parlay those 2 up.
How about
For me, I'm going to take Seattle money line, Giants money line, and Detroit money line over the Twins.
It doesn't say on this one exactly how much money you've lost. But, all right, let me give mine out. I like the Orioles. I like the Orioles, the Tigers, and the Pirates. That'll be mine. go back to the well one more time. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Another fun show. Really enjoyed it. Kind of got off the rails a couple times, but that's going to happen. You guys know. It's part of what you signed up for when you join our show. Anyways, we appreciate all of you. Wow, 618 people watching us live. I think that's the most we've ever had simultaneously as we head into football season. Thanks to every one of you. Be sure to smash the like button and to subscribe to our channel. And, of course, we promise that we'll try to act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.